All right. Good morning.
Yay!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Welcome to the pod.
Almost iconic. Taking action in the almost.
All right.
excited.
Well, today we have an awesome special guest. Her name is Josie.
Josie.
And we're thrilled for what we're talking about today. We have talked about this for a while, and we're excited to have Josie on. And I feel like this idea happened when we were just chatting about beauty standards. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's a pretty complex topic.
Yes.
But we wanted to have Josie speak on this, as not only because we've had really good conversations about it, but we're late 30s. And
You don't need to know how late.
yeah. And Josie is young 20s. So very different in terms of kind of maybe what is preached and what has been preached growing up, your life and our life, and what's impacted us. But I still feel like the pressure and how it's shaped us is probably pretty similar. So let's chat about it.
Well, actually, I want to know how old you are.
I'm 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you are considered what generation?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. And we're millennials?
Millennials, yeah.
So is there a whole generation between us?
No.
Gen
You're
Z,
next.
yeah.
The next.
Peyton's
so
like the
interesting.
very tail end of Gen Z. Like she's technically Gen.
Is it Gen X?
A? No. Gen Alpha?
Gen,
Right?
Yeah. Gen
Yeah.
Alpha.
What? Okay, it's so interesting that we are late 30s, like we said, in your early 20s, but there's not even, like,
There's no generation between
there's
us.
no generation between us. But I guess
Because you're probably the older end of your generation, right?
I don't know.
I mean, the younger.
Anna and Lawson
the
are
younger.
like, no, you're not. You're
Yeah.
not Gen Z. I was like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
But I don't know when
Yeah.
it starts. But yeah.
are you okay with getting kind of like raw?
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
I have
let's do
a
it.
question.
All right.
Yeah. Ask me whatever. I'm an open book.
Okay.
So I am so curious, as someone who you're clearly so beautiful and
Thanks.
just so joyful and all the things. What age do you remember starting to realize things about your body? Maybe you were starting to compare yourself to other girls. How early did that start for you?
I don't remember exactly. I feel like it's been my whole life. I want to say kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But genuinely
Yeah.
kindergarten.
Wow.
I remember like all my friends were always smaller than me. That started very young. And then I think when I was in maybe 4th, 5th grade, I'd moved around a lot. And I remember that's when I started having an eating disorder. It was like in 5th grade, I wouldn't eat anything. I'd skip lunch and go work out during lunch in like 5th grade.
That's crazy.
Which is like insane for me to think I was 10 years old.
No, you're such
like
a
I would
baby.
never.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, it definitely started when I was younger.
That is so
wild.
sad.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how that like
Yeah.
starts, because I mean it's nothing like the way I was raised or anything like that. It was just like the enemy in my head like starting me that young, like thinking bad things about myself.
Right.
Wow.
Do you remember, did anybody ever say anything to you? Do you remember like a
Not that I
friend?
could remember. It was more just like the comparison thing. I feel like I've always struggled with
Yeah.
the comparison
Yeah.
Yeah.
since I was like very little.
How young were you when you were influenced by social media? Or did kids have social media pretty young for you?
Probably like 4th, 5th grade. That's probably when it
Yeah.
started.
And do you
Which
think
I
that made
wasn't
it
allowed to
worse?
have it,
Yeah.
but I had it anyways.
Right.
And then
Okay. I feel like most people
it
are
started
exposed.
like I had like Pinterest, and that's where I was finding like thigh gap exercises. This is when I lived in Cuba, so it was very like small town. I lived on the military base there, and I mean there was only like 5 girls in my class. I was friends with like older girls, and so I would compare myself to them. And so then I was like, oh, they have a thigh gap, I need a thigh gap, so I'm gonna go do thigh gap exercises during lunch so I can look like that. I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna go run on the treadmill like all night. I was a baby.
Yeah. You
So
were
that
a
is
baby.
interesting. So when you were hanging around these older girls, was that like when you were in kindergarten, or was that
No.
after?
It was like when I moved to Cuba, like 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade.
Okay.
So you were aware of this kind of concept of, oh, they're smaller than me, whichever, but then it really ramped up you wanting to take action about it in
Yes.
4th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So hearing you say that about kindergarten is kind of bringing back a memory of me. I feel like I remember being in kindergarten, first grade, and there was one girl, and I'm just remembering this. This is so interesting, that I feel like I did compare myself to. She was in gymnastics, and I thought, oh, she's so cute. But I don't know that I fully realized
What you were doing.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
But hearing you say that brought that back to my mind of being young and comparing yourself.
Because I don't even think it has to be taught. That's literally the enemy. That's how he steals that joy from you, is comparing. You constantly compare. Like, before you even know what comparing is, you're constantly doing that. And I never even thought about that till, like, literally right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so
crazy.
interesting.
I mean, yeah, just trying to be like, oh, look, you're not good enough. And I mean, that he's winning if he teaches you that, like, what God created isn't good enough. That's
The
what
doubt,
he wants.
the constant doubt,
Yeah.
the pressure, and the distracting you from the good
your
things.
purpose, yeah.
From life and your purpose, yeah. Do you feel like I don't know if you're okay with me asking this, but do you feel like your mom was someone who was insecure about herself? Did she talk about those things in front of you as a young girl? Do you feel like she struggled with it and that kind of helped bring those things to light for you? Or do you think it was just more, like you said, it was just strictly just the enemy because you didn't really have that?
I honestly didn't think growing up, I can't remember her ever saying anything like bad about herself. I feel like it's more been recently.
Yeah.
So nothing, but I can't remember her being like that ever growing up. So I don't think it was anything like that. But that definitely plays a big role. When I'm a mom, I definitely want to, not
Yeah.
say bad things about myself. I would want my kids to think about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like whatever we do is what's copied. Like, we can't fake it. Kids see right through it. And it's hard because as a mom, we're just someone else that struggles with our own struggles, right? The enemy doesn't quit. He doesn't give up.
Doesn't.
And so do you feel like that shaped you in terms of things that you would pursue or try out for? Do you ever feel like there was something you wanted to do, but you let that stop you because you felt image-wise you weren't where you felt like you needed to be?
Well, I think not even the beauty standard part, that obviously, but I was moving around a lot. I wasn't very athletic, and everyone I knew was very athletic. Trying out for every sport. I would try out for the sport, never make it. So I would compare myself to that. I was never good enough at anything. I didn't have like talent. I didn't have anything that I was like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm so good at this. I'd just be like, oh, I'm never good at anything. And I would just compare myself in that way. And I feel like that's like what kind of stopped me from doing like anything to make me happy. I was like, I'm never going to be good at it. Like, I'm never...
So you'd rather like not try than be disappointed?
Yeah, like I'm just going to fail at it. I'm not going to be good at it. So there's no point of me like doing it.
That's really
So I was
interesting.
like that for a long time, yeah.
Do you remember a time that you did go in on yourself and decide to do something that you felt like maybe you might fail, but you kind of just decided to go for it anyways?
I feel like recently with makeup, that's the only thing I've ever been like, oh, I'm good at makeup. When I do someone's makeup or people compliment my makeup or anything like that, that's the only thing I've ever had. People are like, oh, you're good at this. So it like makes me want to do it more.
That's cool. What is that feeling? Like, you feel like you're like offering your gift to people, or you feel like they feel really good after?
I like that they feel good about it, and it makes me happy that I'm the one that gets to make them feel like that. And then it also, in return, makes me feel like, oh, I'm good at something.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, it probably all started from, I started doing makeup like 4th, 5th grade, because that's when I started like comparing myself the most. I would watch YouTube videos like how to do makeup, because I was like, I want to look like those older girls that I'm friends with. And I wasn't allowed to do makeup either. My mom was like, no, you can get clear mascara. I was like, clear mascara? That does nothing, Mom. No.
Yeah.
So.
And looking back, you probably see because she just wanted you to feel confident.
Yeah, she's like, you're not old enough to wear makeup. And I'm like, Mom, everyone wears makeup. Like, I don't wear makeup.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Do you feel like your relationship with makeup has changed in terms of how you view it? Because I see you personally, I see you show up a lot.
Without makeup.
Yes,
I love that about
which,
you.
I'm
which
just
I
lazy
do.
is the real thing.
But I feel like there's got to be some kind of confidence shift. Where do you think that came from?
I feel like in the summertime, it's more just like a sensory thing. Like when I have makeup on and it's hot, I'd rather just not have makeup on. Like, I just don't like the feeling of it. But also just, it takes a lot of time. And I'm kind of just... But, yeah, I think also, like, I don't have the best skin either. I have a lot of, like, acne scars. because I had a lot of acne like in high school, but like it's gotten better to where I don't have as many breakouts. It's mostly just like scars. I don't even think it's like my skin that's like changed for me to be more confident. I feel like it's just been okay. If someone's gonna be like, ew, she's ugly without makeup, then okay. I'm just like, their opinion like doesn't really matter to me. There's only like a certain amount of people that I let their opinion matter. So
Yeah.
That's so valid. That's so good. I feel like I want to talk more about that, but I'm also curious. What kind of pressure do you think you felt growing up? Because like I know for us, it was like very skinny is like you wanted to be skinnier and follow all these diets. I remember the earliest diet. I remember doing Atkins diet. My mom did it and she was losing weight, but she wasn't like doing it being preachy about it. She was just doing it and she felt good and healthy. And I was like, well, she's losing weight, but I was already a pretty small athlete. But then I became like obsessed. I can't have carbs, and I cannot shake that even to this day. Of, oh gosh, I'm eating this carb. It's crazy how that resonated. But I remember doing that then. But I sense, and I don't know if that's for our age group, that's what I'm curious about, where it became like, no, strong is like sexy, strong is the way to go. But then I also sense now a swing back in the like, no, super skinny.
Yeah,
and
that's
have you
more-
felt that journey? Like
it's
in
called the
your age group?
Ozempic right now.
Okay.
Ozempic. So
Yeah.
everyone has to be super tiny. It's all turned into Pilates instead of weightlifting now. Like you just want to be tiny and toned, and like bodybuilding, getting stronger is not.
Yeah.
But like it was not even that long ago.
Right.
Like that was like, you know.
Which makes me want to go back to being just
I know.
hardcore about weightlifting.
Yeah.
Because that's like my passion. I
Yeah.
love weightlifting. So I'm like, that makes me just want to be that
Yeah.
person even more. But to your question, so there was a point that you felt like it was more popular or more in to be strong and have muscles as a woman. So you do feel like you went through that period?
I think so. So for me, I was always like overweight since I was born. Like I was always like overweight in high school.
Same.
Was overweight, and then like my sister never was. So that was
Same.
like definitely the
I
hardest
struggled,
thing for
and my
me.
sister didn't as much. Younger.
And yeah, and then my younger sister.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how do we have the same genetics? Like that's not fair. But I feel like for me, I mean in college too, like and it's not even like I like gained a bunch of weight when I got to college. I did it like the freshman 15 or whatever, but I was always pretty much like the same weight. Like no matter what I ate, no matter how much I exercised, no matter what I did, I always looked the same. I never really weighed myself a lot just because I didn't want to. I always looked the same. Until last year, I lost at least 50 pounds. And with the Ozempic,
Did you use Ozempic?
yes, I got Ozempic
Oh, we need to talk about
in
that.
college. I wouldn't change it. I
Yeah.
love that I did it. I feel so much happier now. Because I was at that weight for so long, and that was the only thing I ever did where I was able to lose weight, like my whole life. And I had friends that were doing it, and it was working. And I was like, well, I want to do that then. And it worked, and I was like, this is the best thing ever.
It makes me wonder if, because Ozempic was made for people who have like blood sugar
Insulin
issues and
resistance,
insulin resistance and things, and so it's not necessarily that it's bad, it's just that it's become the only option, it seems like, for people. But it makes me wonder if somebody like you, it truly was what you needed.
Like
but,
an insulin thing.
but I am
Yeah.
curious, are you still on it? Do you have to stay on or are you off?
So I started it not this past March, but the March before. And I lost 3 pounds. Well, okay, I lost 15 pounds on my own, and I couldn't lose any more than that. It took me like a whole year to lose 15
And you were
pounds.
active. You were
Yes,
working out.
and
So
I was
that's
working
when I
out
knew
all
you,
the
yeah.
time. I was also in a very toxic relationship. So I was like, well, okay, well, maybe if I lose weight, maybe he'll commit to me and all this stuff. And so then I was like, okay, well, let me use my student loans to get me Ozempic. And then maybe I'll be happy and content with myself. So from March into, I want to say May or June, I lost like 40 pounds, like within 3 months.
That's crazy.
And then whenever I ran out, it's so expensive where I was like, well, I can't afford it now.
Yeah.
So then me and my mom tried to get it from this other website and it didn't work. And then now I get it from a different pharmacy, but it's more just to maintain it. Because whenever me and Will started dating in November, I wasn't on it. And then like now I'm in this happy relationship. I gained 20 pounds and I was like, oh, now I'm so unhappy. I hate the way nothing fits me. I gave away all of my fat clothes and now like all my skinny clothes aren't fitting and I'm just like, so stressed out. And so then I got back on it and then, but it's that I can't afford it. And so I'm like off and on right now with it. But
so I'm curious where I feel like this is something we struggle with too. We know that our joy is not found in our weight, but it can be very distracting. I feel like, oh, I can't fit in the things that I want to wear, or just throwing on something and feeling uncomfortable in what you've got. We don't want to think about it. It's something that I would just rather not think about. So I totally understand that. I can see over the last year, your faith has just grown so much. Do you feel like it's a little bit easier to handle some of these highs and lows with the weight? Or is it still something that's just taking a lot of headspace?
I feel like it's the thing I struggle with the most. So like I'll struggle with comparison, and not just beauty standards, like anything. Me being 22, I'm like, okay, everyone's getting married, everyone has children. It's like everyone I know, it's like you're graduating college, like I'm not graduating yet. Or like you have your own apartment, I still live with my parents. It's like I'm constantly comparing, wishing I was somewhere else. This is actually what our church service was about yesterday, about stop rushing and you're in the waiting for a reason. God's preparing you, and I needed to hear that so bad. He did an altar call and I came because I was like, I needed to hear that, because I've literally been bitter and honestly just depressed and thinking of all the places I want to be and I'm not right now.
I think coming from us who are older than you, that feeling is very valid. And I think that especially at your age, because you're at an age where there are so many variations of like what people are doing. Like you said, graduating college, getting married, having children, all in the same age range. And it's easy to feel like you're behind. And I just want to encourage you to know that you are, and I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but I want to say it. You are only going to be 22 years old one time. You have so much of your life ahead of you. You have so much time to be married. You have so much time to be engaged. You have so much time to have children, to graduate college, to have the career. And I promise you, as you get older, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I don't know why I was so worried about that. Because you really are only that age once. And it's like just trying to live in the moment and enjoy every second. Because to me, watching you, I mean, I haven't been around you guys together, but you are so giddy about your boyfriend and you seem like you're so happy with him. And it's like you know, getting married and having children, all that is great, but enjoy the dating. Enjoy just having that one thing that you're excited about and dealing with, because life comes at you fast. But and also know that life can change in an instant. I mean, you never know what tomorrow can bring, but just knowing that you're in that like fun stage of dating, and not that I'm saying all of it's fun, and I don't want to also patronize you or make you think that I'm saying like your life is just so easy right now, just enjoy it. I just mean it's not necessarily going to get easier, and changing your situation isn't necessarily going to make you happier, but learning, like you said, to find the joy in where you're at, because we even still struggle with it. It's like, if we could just get the hit the next rank in our company, if we could just lose the 20 pounds, if we could just like all the things, it's
like if my kid could just be not complain today, like whatever, even in the day-to-day, I feel
if
like
my husband could stop chewing his food so loud. It's like there's always something in every stage that is frustrating.
I remember feeling that way too, though. I remember wanting Ben to propose, like with the second that I knew that we were talking about it wasn't soon enough for me. And literally right after we got married, I wanted kids that moment, and it didn't happen for 2 years, and it didn't make sense to me. I was like, I don't get it. We got married young, don't have kids young. I was ready, like, and it just was confusing to me. Like, why isn't it happening right now when I want it? And and that's what, even when I talked about on stage this weekend, is like when we're in the middle of a chapter, we're so deep in a page that we don't know what's next or how it ends, but we know that God is orchestrating all these chapters to create this beautiful story. But it's hard because we want to sneak peek, like, wait, can I just have a little glimpse? And and God's literally like, a lamp to your feet, take the next step, I'm showing you this next step, and we trust the next step. And finding that presence is something, I think it's a daily surrender in that. But I love that you brought that up because that's something.
A valid struggle.
Yeah,
for sure.
To just be content.
Yeah.
I did see this. Ella Langley said this at her concert. What did she say? She said, if you wake up every morning grateful for the day that God gave you, everything else is a cherry on top. And I've really been trying to live by that. I saw it a week ago. And if you really think about that, it gives you so much gratitude. It makes you more content instead of focusing on all the things that you don't have.
Yeah.
I do a journal every morning of like all the things I'm grateful for to set me up for the day to not complain. Obviously, I'm a human. I still complain. But I feel like ever since I did that, it's really helped me look at all the things God has blessed me with instead of all the things that Satan tries to tell me or that I don't have and I need to feel happy. So
That's so good. Yeah.
It is.
That's so true.
I want to encourage you that I bet there are girls who look up to you that you don't even realize, and they see like, Josie, she's doing this really cool thing with her business, and she's in a happy relationship, and she's gaining this confidence. Even if they don't know exactly what that means, they can feel that from you. And so I'm sure that there are people who look to you and wish that they were where you were at.
I've literally never thought about that.
So I want you to know that there are probably girls looking up to you that are younger than you, wishing that they were in your spot. And I'm sure your advice to them would be like, enjoy where you're at, you know, or don't think that we have it all together, and don't think that it gets easier as you get older, because honestly, it really, truly never goes away. I mean, you can learn, and I'm so thankful that at your age you're already thinking about it, and you're already trying to figure out ways to combat that, because I don't think I was thinking about that when I was 22. I was just so ready for the next thing. But it is true that it doesn't really get easier, but it's good to already be aware of it.
Yeah. And what you're like, being bold enough to share what you're learning in the journey is what like impacts other people.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I think that's really cool. And to be okay with the growth season. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for part 1. We're going to do part 2 next week, so make sure to jump on next Tuesday when part 2 drops.
Thank you so much for listening today. We are so grateful that you tuned into Almost Iconic. We would love it if you would subscribe, like, share, and tag us if you do, and say what resonated with you. We love you guys.
Love you. Yes to all of that.